Good morning. It is Tuesday morning and I have a math class for some 6th graders. Cheyenne, Delcy, Ashley, and Emily, pencil in your hand and ready to do math. This week is a short week and I am looking forward to our vacation. I know you guys are too. Don't have to do school. That will be great. But let's do our math lesson today. We're ready for lesson 3 on page 12. And we are talking about multiplying mixed measures. Now you guys have added and subtracted mixed measures. And what they're talking about mixed measures is where you have minutes and hours, ounces and pounds, inches and feet. Those are what they're calling mixed measures. It says when multiplying a mixed measure, multiply each part of the mixed measure separately. After multiplying, you may need to carry. Since there may be more than 1 or 2 units to carry over, it is usually easier to divide than to subtract several times. Divide inches by 12 to see how many to carry over to feet. Divide minutes by 60 to change to hours. Divide ounces by 16 to change to pounds. And I'll explain to you what they're talking about. Carry the quotient over to the larger unit. If there is a remainder, it shows how many of the smaller units are left. All right, so looking at one of their examples, they did 3 hours and 25 minutes times 8. All right, so we're going to multiply 25 times 8. 5 times 8 is 40. 8 times 2 is 16 plus 4 is 20. And that's minutes. 8 times 3 is 24 hours. All right, so remember when we did multiplying and dividing when we did adding and subtracting, right here we've got more than 1 hour. We have more than 60 minutes. And what they were talking about, rather than subtracting 200, take away 60, 200, take away 60. You can divide 200 by 60 and that will tell you how many 60s are in here. Now the way I've been explaining to Cheyenne, which I think is easier, I asked her how many 60s are in 200. So we know that 60 times 2 is 120, 60 times 3, 180, 60 times 4, 240. So there's 3 60s in here, which would be 180. And so let's subtract 180 from this. 10 take away 8 is 20. And that means we took 3 hours out of here, so let's add 3 hours to here. We're going to have plus 27 hours. And here we have 20 minutes left over. Now you can, if you want to do it like they're saying in here, you can take 60 into 200, goes 3 times, and you've got 20 left over. That is the way, that tells you how many hours to add here. This is your remainder for down here. So you can do it either way. If you want to take 60 into this, divide it. That'll tell you how many hours to carry over. Same with inches into feet, or you can divide 12 into this number. Or you can think in your head how many 12s are in that number, whatever that is. We'll do another one. Another example they gave us was 8 pounds and 11 ounces. Times 4. All right, so 11 times 4 is 44. And 4 times 8 is 32. Be very careful you don't just take 8 and drop it down here, okay? Make sure you do multiplying and multiplying, okay? Make sure you go here and over here. All right, so now you again can think in your mind how many 16s are in 44, or you can take 16 into 44. It's going to go 2 times, and your remainder is 12. So you would add 2 to this, which would be 34 pounds, and you would subtract 32 from here, and your remainder is 12 ounces. All right, let's do one that they gave us on number 1. Number 1 is 8 pounds, 8 ounces. Times 7. All right, so here we go. 8 times 7 is 56. 8 times 7 is 56. All right, how many 16s are in 56? 16 times 2 is 32. 16 times 3 is 48. 16 times 4, 64. So it looks like it's going to go 3 times. We're going to subtract 48 from here, and we're going to add 3 here. Leaves you 8 ounces left over and 59 pounds. All right? Again, you could have taken 16 into 56 and subtracted. You would have had 3 pounds here, and your remainder was 8 right there. All right, let's do 1B. We have 1 pound, 12 ounces, times 8. 8 times 12 is 96. 8 times 1 is 8. All right? 16 ounces in a pound, so we would have, how many 16s are in 96? And we could go 16 into 96. 16 times 4 is 64. 16 times 5 is 80. How about 16 times 6? There you go. It's a total of 6 pounds. So we will have no remainder for here. And we're going to add 6 to here. Is 14 pounds. You have no ounces. All right, let's do 2A. This one's minutes and hours. We have 2 hours and 45 minutes times 5. 45 times 5 is 225. 5 times 2 is 10 hours. All right, we can divide 60 into 225. 60 times 4 is 240. That's going to be too high. So maybe 3. It's 180. Subtract. 12 take away 8 is 4. So you're going to add 3 hours to here. And we're going to take 180 away. Leaves us 45 minutes. All right. I think you guys can do the rest of them. Just remember to always go across the corner. I think that would be easy to skip sometimes. You would just want to drop the 2 down. Remember to multiply straight up and across the corner. And then to figure this here in your remainder. The rest of your lesson, up on top of page 13 on number 4, is where you figure the unit price of each item, like we did yesterday. And so just what you're going to be doing, you're going to take 16. It says Grandma's Gourmet Macaroni is priced at $1.79 for a 16-ounce package. Smart Shopper macaroni sells at 99 cents for a 10-ounce package. Find the unit price of each kind of macaroni to the nearest cent. So you're going to be dividing and round both of them to the nearest cent, and they want to know the unit price for each one of the bags. So you're going to basically be taking the ounces into the total cost and see which one or how much they each are. Page 14, you have an extra credit. Number 14, if you decide to do that one, it'll be a 1 point extra credit. And if you decide to do 17 on the top of page 15, you will get 2 points extra credit. All right? So 1 point for 14, 2 points for 17. And you can do them if you would like. All right. You guys have a great day. And we will catch you tomorrow.